Good morning. How's everybody doing? Another live in the park. I haven't done lives in the park on a Saturday in a very long time. Um, so, it's been an interesting week in terms of energies. Someone was talking, well, actually, a lot of people were talking about online that the CERN has been switched off, which is correct me if I'm wrong, but it could affect energy levels. As far as I'm aware, it's like a massive magnet. Is that correct? I don't know. And it's been chaotic, and it's going to continue to be chaotic. So hold tight and enjoy the ride, because it's going to get shaky. However, what I am planning of doing is detaching myself from what is going on, negative mainly, and just focus on me. I have been in another hermit mode. I feel like all I want to do is do nothing. And this week I had another confirmation that sort of the way I feel, that stepping away from my Facebook was actually a very wise decision. And I often see on billboards and posters or social media, various business owners have different social media platforms, which is, it's great that you want to put yourself out there. But what often people forget, or maybe they just don't realize, that you need to manage those social media platforms. And the more social media platforms you've got, the more time and energy you would spend looking after various accounts. So at some point you need to ask yourself, am I spending too much time online? And by doing that, am I actually doing what I'm supposed to be doing, which is running a business? Because one of the many benefits of running a business is you're in control of your time. I remember when I had my first business, I was told by people who knew nothing about running a business, that I needed to be on every social media platform. So I had obviously my Facebook, I had Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter, and it was so exhausting. I spent so much time creating content and all that. So now I'm only on Facebook. I still have my TikTok and my YouTube account, but I don't post as regularly, and that's fine. And you know what? My business is still up and running. And yeah, it's all good. And I don't feel as exhausted, because when you feel exhausted, your business will suffer too. So this morning, so I put in the description of today's live timing in business. I'm pretty sure I've talked about this before. This morning, I saw a post on a Facebook group. A woman was saying that she started a business 2 months ago, and she's had no clients, no bookings whatsoever. So I had a quick look on her Facebook page, and there was no indication of her running a business. So, which is fine, but when you run a business, first of all, when you're going to become, let's start with this. when are you actually going to make consistent money flow from your business? Well, there isn't an answer to this question. And I'm sure and I believe that things will change in the future. But when you start running a business, there are a lot of lessons that we need to learn and a lot of mindset shifts that we need to do. And one of these mindset shift is money mindset shift. And there's a lot of information online about this. There's lots of videos, there's lots of books, even on the topic. And expecting that as soon as you start a business, people will start coming to you, it's just not a good business practice. One of the many things I advise my students is let go of expectations. Very, very important business lesson is let go of expectations. Expectations often lead to disappointments, and disappointments will lower your vibration. And when you're in a low vibration, you cannot attract abundance. I talked about making money and attracting abundance last week. And the easiest thing to do is to give up. But at the end of the day, you didn't start a business to just give up. Starting a business is not like having a normal job. And often when people transition from 9-to-5 life into entrepreneurship, they continue to think like an employee. And this is something you need to sit down and think about. Do you think as an employee or do you think as an entrepreneur? Are you in an employee energy or are you in an entrepreneur energy? And this is something I work with my students one-to-one. I still call my website Spiritual Business Academy, but I'm planning on changing it and just using my name. It's very simple, isn't it, just to use my name? But nothing on the online academy portal has changed. Exactly the same courses, exactly the same information. And going back to starting a business and timing in business, unfortunately there's no timing. So you can start a business tomorrow and make £1,000, or start a business tomorrow and not make any money for 6 months. Everything is, in my opinion, everything is energy. Some might say that it's there is also a little bit of luck, but I'm not going to lie to you, it is very overwhelming to start a business and to run a business and to want to succeed and have more money and more time. But in order to do that, there is a lot of work that you need to do yourself. If you're going to work hard on yourself. Look in the mirror and see what's stopping you from moving forward. What are your limiting beliefs? What are your money blocks? Are there any negative energies around you that are holding you back, and so on and so on. But if you've got the idea to start a business, this is a sign that you are ready for a very, very big shift. And this shift is called money and time freedom. Because, people seem to think that when you work for someone else, you've got security. But in today's day and age, there is no such thing as job for life anymore. Employers want more and more and more from the employees and are not willing to give them more in return. So if you are considering starting a business but you're not 100% sure, I would say it's a sign to start a business. And what I do as a business is I'm a business teacher and I help spiritual and holistic entrepreneurs to master sales and marketing. Why spiritual and holistic entrepreneurs? Because I understand the nature of the businesses. I'm a holistic practitioner myself, and I am very, very, very spiritual. And I also love running a business. And often spiritual and holistic entrepreneurs get a little bit scared when it comes to sales and marketing, and there's nothing scary about it. So, if you are spiritual or holistic entrepreneurs who want to build a thriving business that give you money and time freedom, and you need a bit of guidance with sales and marketing, you're welcome to book a clarity call. The link is in the comments below. And if you've got any questions about what I do, send me a message or have a look at my website. Link is in my bio. I'm going to continue my walk. I was listening to Whitney Houston before I started the live. Later this afternoon, we're going to go out with my husband and we're just going to enjoy a beautiful Saturday. So I wish to everybody an amazing day, a positive weekend, and I'll see you soon. Bye.